John here. It's Monday today, 16th of March 2015. Just a catch up again with this week with 161 Cook Street property. At the present time we have an eviction order on the registered land owners of the block, Simon Brent Rowntree and James Pierce Brown. You're on notice now, I'm just talking to you on the video, that you are now, from the 12th of March 2015, levy debtors in contract, defaulted contract with me in the High Court of Admiralty in London. And I've been in contact with Scotland Yard, Metropolitan Police in Westminster. Now, because the police here won't do anything about it, it's costing you the same bill, 2.715800 billion a day. I'm saying that specifically because we have a contract running with you in occupation of that land that belongs to me and my chiefs, renters of the land here, under the Maori Court of John Rogan, British UK titles. From Scotland, the Monarch Land Company, real estate company in Glasgow, put those titles together. Okay? You've missed them out on your Lynn's title is absent. So that's one offence. The other offence is the little road that's been forged by Don Grant, the manager of Lynn's Land Information New Zealand. So those are the two offences. You've omitted our names as the original native surname owners. The Manukau surname and the Rogan family, the judges of that title. The Wanoa and the Rogan family of the Auckland provincial titles that covers Auckland, Hawke's Bay and Gisborne East Coast, Turanganui. Okay? So that's the legality of what I'm putting together as an offence of fraud on a mass scale inside the police force, the Auckland Central Police Station, also is on notice from the 12th of March 2015 at midday. Both of you were duly charged a levy debtor amount, and the Auckland Police Detective Senior Sergeant Aaron Pascoe, criminal investigator, had 3 affidavits, the same as you, had 3 affidavits, you two land owners, 3 affidavits that you failed to counterclaim. You failed to rebut those 3 affidavits of contract, corporate names and personal, private companies included. Okay, so now you have the police levy debtor £1 trillion on every day that land block. I'm asking for assistance of the police to go and arrest the property and all the assets that you have in your companies, James and Simon, because you're going to lose the lot, and it won't even dent that bill. So I'm invoicing you that amount and the police, the whole police force, 15,000 plus police and their administrators, for allowing a dickhead like Aaron Pascoe, who's got no experience in making decisions about contract law, commercial liens and levy on land, especially the land that belongs to us. Okay, that's the offence that has cost him the whole amount of the 6+ years that I've been wanting my land back. I've been wanting my land back, and you are committing fraud on a grand scale, grand theft of the public's money and interests. That goes for the council, the Auckland City Council, and the iwi Māori CEO, Tibana Tibble, you, and Joe Hawke, and Narumu Blair, and all those people I have named and photographed as levy debtors. You're all in that bill for colluding with the lawyers. They're all in it too, and the real estate companies. You're all going to wear that police bill for covering up the fraud. Okay, that's what this video is for. So I'm going to call Tony Geldenhuys. He's the station manager at the Auckland Central Police Station. I know him very well from right back in 2008 when I had my first encounter with the lawyer Julian N. Falconer and the Lloyd's banker Martin Cicluna. Mishap with the HM Treasury and the World Court. They're supposed to be doing that work for me, but didn't. Okay, so we've got a number of things happening here with the police. They're liable now, like I said, £1 trillion a day. And we're getting, if this is a message to you now, Tony Geldenhuys, and your police station and your constables. All I'm asking, to save yourselves the bill racking up. There's nothing you can do about it in Admiralty law of commercial liens and levies of mortgages, because we're going to bill you for hiding corruption and fraud on our land. That's the biggest mistake that would ever be, because you're relying on the courts and the judges to give you orders. I'm giving King's orders, King's bench orders here, to order you to allow me to go on that section with the police or yourself to come so that I can seize it back, because my bank manager is waiting for it to bank that note on that first day from the 12th of March till the 13th of March midday is 1 trillion. It's racked up now because it's the 16th, and there's nothing you can do about it, because you're getting that bill square over all your staff in the entire police force, and your lawyers, barristers and judges who are accessories to that Douglas Rikard-Bell Fraud land transfer. Okay, so there's a number of things going on in Parliament as well as John Key. You're all, and Chris Phillison, the Attorney General. Okay, you're all in the fraud of that one land block. So there's no escaping. Tony, I want you. You know me. You've got my files. And Graham Elliott, the ex-Scotland Yard private investigator, has got my files there on that block of land. So it's been going over 6 years now, and I want you to sort it out. I want you to sort out that land block with those owners and tell them to go back and get their money from their conveyancing lawyers. They can't get away with it. It's not going away because the British are looking at you, and now I've got Scotland Yard to come here and seize it on British title for corrupting the British title, okay, and ours, Maori title, okay. So that's what Linz did. The Australian New Zealand government has corrupted our title, okay, with our names on it. It's supposed to be our Wanoa names. The Rogan name is on it. 1878. 339 deed of title. Okay, deed title 339. There, that's it. That's the title from Britain. Okay, and the birth certificates that are 1834, 1830 and 1835 birth certificates of Monaco. Okay, that's sufficient enough to say we have title here on these lands in Auckland super city boundary area, the whole lot in that cordon. I'm cordoning off now as a state of emergency war zone. Okay, it's a war zone now from the 12th of March 2015. So that means we can bring in other forces of higher authority over your authority in the sea, on the land, in the air, and on your documents of title. Okay, so that's what I want to say to you. I'm going to ring Tony. I'm going to ring you now, and I'm hoping that I'll get through to you so that I can meet with you and end your debt spiraling out. Okay, you're going to have to pay it, all of you. Okay, here goes. Oh, wrong one.
You have reached the Auckland Central Police Station.
Here we go.
This call is an emergency. Hang up and dial 1.
Let's see how long it takes.
If you know the number you require, dial it now. For all inquiries regarding someone in custody, push 1 now to be connected to our custody unit. For all lost and found inquiries, push 2 now. If you wish to make a report that does not need immediate police assistance, push 3 now to be connected to our customer service desk. Thank you.
I did not recognise that as a valid entry.
Welcome to the customer service desk. If you need immediate police assistance, please hang up and dial 111. Or please leave a detailed message of the incident you wish to report with your name and number, and one of our team members will return your call and you...
No, that's not good. I'll try again. I hate phones that go like that. Long time. I know, I've watched them when the phones ring in the police station. They got a habit of just leaving it. I'm hoping to get a meeting with Tony Geldenhuys to get him to let me...
You have reached the Auckland Central Police Station. If this call is an emergency, hang up and dial 111. If you know the number you require, dial it now. For all inquiries regarding someone in custody, push 1 now to be connected to our custody unit. For all lost and found inquiries, push 2 now. If you wish to make a report that does not need immediate police assistance, push 3 now to be connected to our customer service desk. Thank you.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
The Auckland Central Police Station.
I'm here.
This call is an emergency. Hang up and dial 111.
No,
If you
not
know the number you
emergency.
require, dial it now.
No,
All inquiries regarding someone in custody, push 1 now to be connected to
No.
our custody unit. For all lost and found inquiries, push 2
I'm
now.
not lost.
If you wish to make a report that does not need immediate police assistance, push 3 now to be connected to our customer service desk. Thank you.
Customer service desk. See how long it takes to get someone.
Auckland Central Police Station, Carly speaking.
Carly, yes, could I speak to Tony Geldenhuys, please?
He's not here at the moment. He's actually in another office today.
Oh, is he?
Yes, which I'm not quite sure of the extension. Can I take your number and
Yes.
From an email to call you.
Yes, please.
What was your name, sorry?
John Wanoa, W-A-N-O-A.
W-A-N-O-A. And
Yes.
your phone number?
It's 368-4842. 4842. Or yeah, that's down on the waterfront, yeah. And 027281 3963. 3963 at the end, yes.
Pardon?
Yeah, 027281 3963.
3963, yeah. What was that regarding, sir?
It's for 1 bar 61 Cook Street. He knows he knows me anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just a fraud case there I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, lovely. I'll pass it on and he'll give you a ring shortly.
Thank you very much.
All right, lovely.
Bye.
Cheers. So, yeah.
Well, there you go. So I'm expecting Tony to give me a call because he's still in charge of the Auckland station. And I've just made a report again. I'm making notes of every time I call to report something of that section. So if there's so much that I've done and no one has responded to my claim to that section, they think I'm going to go to their courts. No, they won't have jurisdiction to do any of this. Now, it's a matter for the British military and the Scotland Yard to come here and evict them off the land. That's going to be costly for the New Zealand government and all the personal people that are implicated who are now accessories to this fraud case of one person, Doug Rikard-Bell, has put the police and the country at risk of losing money. Okay, the fraud, that's the fraud. Australians, that's an Australian, him, and Don Grant. He bought Don Grant over from Australia in 2006, 2007, and they both got citizenship here at that time because I was watching them. I was watching what happens to these lands in Auckland. I'm here for the land. I'm the native assessor that stands in the court on the other side as the King's Bench of King William the Fourth, surrogate king. I'm his surrogate king of England, okay, as this title, Lord High Admiral. That is my legal title of jurisdiction and a constitution of 1835, the flag. So I'm just making these public statements every time I do it. This is what I represent as the Lord High Admiral of King William, because that's what he was for the 50 years. He put the mortgages together in his Parliament and the Bank of England Act 1694 went through to him in 1837 to allow commercial trade through the world, free passage with this flag. Now, that's all I wanted to do with him, and also I'm waiting for a call back from Sir Bernard Hogan Howe, a very good, learned gentleman who's the Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police of the Scotland Yard in Westminster, right where Westminster Parliament is. That's where I'm going, into the Farmer's Bush, I think it is. What's it called? Area. Farmer's Bush area. To take up residence. And there and Devonport on William Yard, King William's estate, as the King of Hanover. That's who I'm going as, the King of Hanover, surrogate. And the King of England as the Rogan royal family of English people. Okay? That's my title for both England and Hanover, because the Queen has taken Wales, Scotland, Ireland and England into the EU Parliament and stripped the sovereignty off everyone. We have to start all over again, immune from Westminster, then go into Devonport and set up the new King William, Maui Crown, Federal State Government. Okay, that's what we're doing here. On these lands, our authority comes from there. On his estate land of Hanover, that's why the Queen left it alone, because it's a contract with me and my people. Okay? My people they're not up to this level of mortgages and Admiralty and documents to back it up, and a surname history of Manukau, Wanoa, Rogan, here and in England. Okay, straight to Westminster. I'm going into the lower house because our 1835 Declaration flag is in statute law in Westminster in the lower house. So we're going to get rid of the House of Lords. All of those 600 drones in there will go, because you don't need them when you've got this king and a flag and a constitution, 1835 constitution, and jurisdiction of Admiralty Court Martial Law under the Lord High Admiral. That's my title, that I'm surrogate to King William to speak for him and his estate, King's Bench Royal Revenue, to recover it and salvage it and contract the Metropolitan Police in Westminster to go and get it. Okay, they'll come here, they'll go everywhere I say, from a King's Bench order that I write up in my own words, not UCC, not Vatican law, not that law, civil law is Vatican law, no, not that, only the King's law on his Acts of Parliament from 1830 to 1837, only from there with the Hanging and Chains Act for pirates who are spoiling our business like this one. Okay, you're going to get those acts on you. Simon and James, you're not listening. You're not listening who you are as occupiers of the land, not landowners. You're only occupying it because that lease runs out in 2025. Okay, when that lease is up, I can terminate it now. I'm going to terminate the lease. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And I'm giving an eviction order to you today, because I was going to give it to you on Friday, but I got too busy with everything else going on, and I'm going to serve that to you, and also serve the police in the Central Police Station on Aaron Pascoe, the Senior Detective Sergeant and Criminal Investigator, and pinned him to all the police in his fraud, tampering with our contract between me and Doug Rikard-Bell, me and the Queen as the accessories to Doug Rikard-Bell accessories to the council, Auckland City Council, fraudsters, to the Queen, fraudster, to now James and Simon, Rowntree, fraudsters. Okay, you're all tacked onto the levy debt. Okay, and you're going to have to pay it with what you got, and then we'll get it all out of everyone else, because Scotland Yard will go and get it from everyone to make those bills up. Okay, so one more time, the Auckland Police Central Station has got a bill of £1 trillion. That's the equivalent of the sterling pound of UK Britain, as against the Maui Crown King William IV pound note. Same value, par. But ours stays up when theirs goes down. It will stay up, our one, and that's the value we're going on. I'm going to bank. I'm going to issue you with the eviction notice on that block, and I'm going to issue you with the with the 2.715800 billion pound note, one single pound note that I'm going to bank the next day in the ANZ Bank, and use that as collateral against you and everybody in the fraud on your contract. Simon Rowntree and James Brown, you're going to learn something. Never argue with the Queen, with the King. Do not muck around with his laws. Okay, with the King's laws. And whatever I say, that's the King on these flag, on these land. So as much as you ignore me by not doing anything, staying silent, I accept your silence as being agree to what I say, that I will evict you and take the land back and everything on it. Now, you better tell your tenants they're all bill debtors with you now, because I'm not going to take them on as tenants while they're with you. They are your property, and I'm seized the whole lot of their businesses now. You've actually liable them and their businesses in your fraud. Now you made them fraudsters as accessories to you and to Doug Rikard-Bell and to the Queen. You all get the bill, no matter what. We'll rack it up to 17 trillion. That's the amount of the Queen's 66 million acres in the will. Okay? It won't take long to get that if you're still in occupation. It doesn't worry me. It'll worry you and the police and the government of this country, because before long you'll all be bankrupt. Okay? That's the whole idea of commercial contracts. If you don't understand it, then put an idiot there like Aaron Pascoe to tell me do not go on the land. That's what he said. He says do not go on the land, and he wrote it in email on my site for everybody to see on Facebook. When you do that, you're tampering with a private contract between me and you two, me and Doug Rikard-Bell, me and the Queen of England, me and John Key, Prime Minister of New Zealand, me and Chris Finlayson, Attorney General, me and Robert Andrell, the Surveyor General, me and Robert Muir, the Land Register General, me and Don Grant, the Linz manager and the forger of that title road on that block, him. Okay, so all different contracts, one after the other, to strip you of everything you've got. You're going to learn, do not muck around with this law. You break our law, that's what you get. I haven't broken your law yet, but you're certainly breaking mine and the King's of England and the Metropolitan Police, who have a vested interest in these pound notes and what I do, and the British government, minus David Cameron and all his pedophiles, and the Queen's people out. Okay, so that's what's going to start scratch on the 7th of May 2015. There's going to be a new look Parliament. Okay, new look Parliament from Devonport on King William's property. These are his titles you're mucking around with on these lands. These are Ugatti on his ticket. Okay, so that's what I want to say in this video. So everybody in the world watching the episodes, each episode, part 1 and 2 and 3, and must be about 700 now, episodes of this same 1/61 Cook Street property. Okay, it goes on, and it's going to be an end date to it. So I suggest you, Simon Rowntree and James Brown, to give it up and write to me and say it's yours. Go on it. I'll take my tenants off it. Now that's what I'm expecting you to say. Otherwise you're going to be facing Scotland Yard to come straight in and you're out. Like it's nothing. The jurisdiction will go right over the government here and shut the government down. Okay? I can shut them down right now for incompetence. They're not competent enough to run a government straight. There's fraud in that central police station, thick, especially the police private prosecutions, because I'm going to audit the lot, and the Intuition New Zealand Limited Company, which was the New Zealand Business Roundtable, that with Sean Elias, the Supreme Court judge. Okay, the Supreme Court is where the Queen is hiding as another beast. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say today. I'm just waiting for Sir Bernard Hogan Howe, Commissioner of Police in Scotland Yard in Westminster, England, to give me a call, and also a call from Tony Geldenhuys. Now, Tony, you'll be watching this video because I'll email it to you, that whatever I say and whatever I do is the truth. It's my honest affidavit, verbal affidavit, truth. And everything I say is the truth. Now, it's for anybody to deny the title that I have on that land over the top of Ngāti Whātua Auraki is going to get the bill, because they are not the original native surname holders of these land titles in Auckland. Okay? That was left to me from Mohi Manukau, the Manukau title to the Rogans to Britain. Okay? That's what I'm saying. You better listen, Tony. You better listen, because you're only doing your job as a police. But to cut the bill escalating, you're best to come with me on the land block yourself, or a constable, for me to go about my business, because your department stopped my business. They interfered with my private contracts, my private commercial levy contracts. Okay? That's our business. That's not anybody's business. When he poked his nose in, Aaron Pascoe, that brought you into it and libelled the whole lot of you. Okay? So I want you to sort that out for me, because I've come there to get your assistance before with the CIB, Philip Taylor in Otahu. He did a case for me, and it came out to be a fraud case. Then he told me it's out of his area to do Cook Street, and told me to go to Gary Davey, CIB, detective, inspector, and ex-lawyer. Okay, so I expected him to do it, being a lawyer, and tell me, no, you're barking up the wrong tree. No one in the police or anywhere has said to me, you're on the wrong track, John. Nobody. Okay? And the silence is not going to help much matters with those two on that block of land that I want back as soon as possible, because I want to sort that out, that I'm going to seize land in England just like that. Okay? So you watch what I can do with this law. Okay? With this law of Constitution, 1835 Constitution of this flag. This flag, Tony, has the Constitution of this country. That's the founding documents of this country. John Rogan is the founder of this Auckland super city area, and the Auckland provincial, the province of Auckland to Hawke's Bay, Gisborne, Turanganui, East Coast. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going under, my title to this land. Okay, thank you very much. We'll just better turn that off for now, and we'll catch up with you later, because I'll just wait for the phone to ring and carry on with the invoice to Simon Rowntree and James Brown for the 2.715 billion single pound note certificate. That's just the first one. I'm going up there every day to drop another one. Okay, I drop another one so that you can see what I'm doing. They have to pay it. They have to pay it with what they got. We contract it out to the debt collectors to go and pick it up, and they will pick every single thing off them till they got nothing. And that goes for Baileys too. Real estate, you're probably going to end up with nothing. Okay, that's for your mistake and thinking to ignore me. Well, I happen to be English in me, the Rogan judge and lawyer in me. Okay, thank you very much. Bye. And be good.